All right, G15.5. That's what we're looking at now. That would be the noun modifying form. Verb, plus noun, perspective. This is going to be the last noun modifying form for now. In intermediate Korean, we will get one additional one, but at this point, you're probably sick of noun modifying forms. So I'm going to try to keep this simple and to the point for you. This particular one, it's called the prospective. It's something that's going to happen in the future. And I just want to emphasize that noun modifying forms, if you're still not sure about these, keep in mind that these tend to happen within the context of larger conversations. Okay, so I've got a larger conversation to kind of look at here to try to highlight that point. So this conversation happens last semester, and Yumi says, 전공이 뭐예요? What's your major? Okay, and Hyunwoo says, 잘 모르겠지만 아마 경제학을 전공할 거예요. Yumi 씨는요? So I'm not really sure. 잘 모르겠지만 I'm not really sure, but maybe I'll major in economics. How about you, Yumi? So Yumi says, 저는 영문학을 전공할 거예요. I'm going to major in English literature. Okay, so this is a conversation that happened last semester between Hyunwoo and Yumi. Now this semester they're talking again, and Yumi says, 이번 학기에는 무슨 수업을 듣고 있어요? Okay, what classes are you taking this semester? Hyunwoo says, 경제학 수업도 듣고 금융학 수업도 듣고 있어요. Yumi 씨는요? In other words, I'm taking an econ class, I'm taking a finance class. How about you, Yumi? Yumi says, 저는 이번에는 한국어 수업도 듣고 한국 문학 수업도 듣고 있어요. Okay. Well, this time, this semester, I'm taking a Korean language class and I'm taking a Korean literature class. Hyunwoo's like, 영문학 전공이 아니에요? Aren't you an English lit major? 왜 한국어하고 한국 문학 수업을 들어요? Hey, why are you taking the Korean language and Korean literature classes? Yumi replies, 제가 전공할 분야를 바꿨어요. 이젠 한국학을 전공할 거예요. Right? So Yumi uses the perspective or the future tense, now modifying formula. 분야 means a field or sector, okay, or subject in this case. So the subject or the field I will major in, okay, 제가 전공할 분야, the one that I will major in, I changed it. I changed the field or the field of study that I will major in. Now I will major in Korean studies. Okay, so in the course of this conversation, it makes sense to kind of use this now modifying form. Makes total sense. And again, this is to emphasize the idea that they might seem a little awkward coming out of nowhere, but most naturally, these types of expressions come in the course of a larger dialogue. So let's take a look at a little bit more detail again on where we've been and where we're going here with noun modifying forms. So the past tense, the present tense, and the future tense. We started with the present tense, verb, nun plus noun. Then we learned the past one, where you have your verb plus un plus noun. And now we're learning the future modifier, verb plus plus noun. So when we did the present tense one, we saw we could use it like this. Okay, this person's hiking. They say 여기는 제가 등산하는 곳이에요. Okay, here is the place where I'm hiking. Okay, imagine that you're out hiking and you want to do a quick, Instagram post. So you take a picture of yourself hiking. And you're like, 여기는 제가 등산하는 곳이에요. This is the place where I'm hiking. Right here, isn't it beautiful? Okay, this is why you're out hiking. Now you're done with the hike. You're about to collapse. You say 저기는 저기는 제가 등산한 곳이에요. Okay, that place over there, 저기는, that place over there is the place where I 등산. Okay, 제가 등산한 곳이에요. That's the place where I hiked. That place way over there. Okay, the place where I'm at right now is where I'm going to collapse. I'm tired. Now, if we want to talk about the future, okay, you haven't hiked yet. You just get to the spot and you're pointing over to this beautiful summit you'd like to go up, and you say, 저기는 제가 등산할 곳이에요. 저기는, that place over there, is where I will hike. Okay. So, in all these cases, we're noticing that the change happens on the description of quote, which is a place. So, 저기는, that over there, is the place, and then we can use the word, the relative pronoun where I will hike. The Rio tells us will. Where I did hike, past tense, and then mien. Where I am hiking presently, the nun. Okay, so it just kind of depends where you're at on your hiking trip, and how you want to describe that location, that quote, that place. So the way that this was used in the conversation was 할 일, 없어요, which literally means to not have something to do. Of course, you could say 할 일 있어요. So 할 일 is like, stuff or matters or things to take care of or work. And so 일 있어요, I have work, I have things, I have stuff. And then the 할 is to do. Okay, so it's I got stuff to do this week. So we'll regularly see that perspective, or that future tense, being interpreted in English as to do, because it's something that will happen later. But that expression 할 일이 있어요, 할 일이 없어요 is really common when we're talking about our schedules. It's really basic stuff, right? What you doing this weekend? 이번 주말에는 할 일이 너무 많아요. I've got so much to do this weekend. 이번 주말에는 할 일이 너무 많아요. Okay? 그래요? 전 할 일이 없어요. I've got nothing to do. 할 일이 없어요. I've got nothing to do. So if in no other way you can remember how to use this expression, 할 일이 있어요, 할 일이 없어요, is a great way, is a great expression that you can start using right away, even if you're not super comfortable or confident still with our now modifying forms, in particular this future tense one.